Welcome back, guys. It is time for another Warcraft Total War faction preview, and this time, as you can see, we're finally doing the Blood Elves. And it'll be an interesting one, although I did already do a High Elves faction preview, but there are many units which have changed, and there are even some units that are completely different from what the High Elves offer. So let's start off with the Spellbreakers. These are the guards that we usually see in Silver Moon City, I believe, in World of Warcraft. So they're okay. Their attack is okay. Their defense is really good. They have a bonus against cavalry, which makes sense. They're kind of a spearman unit. But they are very cheap considering how high their defense is. Then we have the Elven Initiates, and just like any militia unit of other factions, these guys are very bad. Very bad. Never recruit them. As you can see, they're disorganized. They can't even stand in line, just as the orc peons or the human militia. They're not even fit to be a garrison, so never get these guys. Just bad stats all around and unorganized. Then we have the Elven Swordsmen, and they're pretty good. I would say they're worth recruiting, even though their attack is low, but their defense is high. They can make a shield wall, and yeah, just not bad. Then we have the Bloodshades, which are a unit unique to the Blood Elves. High Elves don't have it. High Elves have another unit which gets replaced, which I believe is just a regular heavy infantry unit. But these guys, the Bloodshades, they're more like a rogue unit. Their attack is higher than their defense, although their defense isn't bad. They have this screeching ability. They can hide anywhere, which lets you know it's a rogue unit. They have armor penetration. They scare enemy units. And right here is their screech ability. I've actually never used it, but should be working. So yeah, definitely a unit that's worth recruiting, especially because of that nice armor penetration and enemy demoralization. Then we have the Elven Silver Guards. I'm pretty sure High Elves have it as well, and their stats are pretty low actually, but because they have the ability to form a spear wall and they have a bonus against cavalry, if you're fighting a very cavalry heavy faction, I would say the Silver Guards are worth recruiting. Then we have the Blood Blades. I think this is another unit that's unique to the Blood Elves that the High Elves don't have. Heavy infantry, 12 attack, you know, not bad, but very high defense, 25 defense, and they can make a shield wall. Then we have the quel'dorei Swordmasters. I think the High Elves have that as well. And definitely good unit, 15 attack, 18 defense, and they have armor penetration, which is so important. Brightwing Vindicators, 13 attack, you know, not bad, but a very high defense, 28, and they have 2 hit points. A bit disappointing that they don't have armor penetration though, because they look really cool and that would have made them truly OP. Then we have the Arcane Guardians, which I talked about in the High Elves video, but now they have a different color. Someone painted them, I guess. And yeah, just amazing unit all around. 25 attack, 23 defense, 5 hit points. They scare enemy troops, and they're very strong, but as you can see it says they're heavy infantry, so you can use these guys as very effective shock troops to climb up walls and so on. Then we have the regular archers. You know, not bad. They have long range missiles. They're very good when you create a lot of them, like you spam a stack of them. Then we have the Elven Rangers that we talked about in the High Elves video. And yeah, very, very good unit. 14 defense, very high for an archer unit, 12 missile attack, and they have armor penetration. I think that's the most important thing about them. And then we'll be talking about all the different spellcasters. So the sorceresses, 10 attack, 15 missile attack, 20 defense, 2 hit points. Very durable unit for a spellcaster. 20 defense and 2 hit points. That's, yeah, makes it very durable. And the priests of the sun, they have very high missile attack, and yeah, just like the sorceresses, they're pretty durable. 2 hit points, 14 defense. Yeah, definitely. Like, both are very top tier spellcasters, some of the best spellcasters in the game. Then we have the arcanists, and yeah, same thing. They also seem pretty durable. 16 defense, 2 hit points, 23 missile attack. How does that compare to the other two? Okay, so a little bit lower than the priests of the sun by 1. 24 versus 23. Then we have the blood mages, and they're actually a new unit, but somehow also not. They replace a different unit that the high elves have. I forgot the name, but they're effectively the same. I compared their stats, and they were off by, I think, like 1 or 2 points. So they look different. I think so, you know, this is the Blood Elves General's Bodyguard. I think this General's Bodyguard looks better than the High Elf one, but stat-wise, they're basically the same. And yeah, they're amazing. 27 missile attack, 20 defense, 2 hit points. Really, really good. If you have multiple of these in an army, you could just absolutely dominate the battlefield. Then we have the Silver Guard Lancers. High Elves had this unit as well, and they're pretty good cavalry. 12 attack, 19 defense. You know, it's pretty good, solid. Then we have the Blood Knights, and they have slightly better stats. 23 defense instead of 19. And I believe, judging by the name, that the Blood Knights are unique to the Blood Elves, so the High Elves don't have this unit. And then we have the Hawk Strider Knights, which are slightly worse. 13 attack, but 17 defense, but still definitely worth recruiting. Now we have this unit, the Pyre Star Demolisher, and they're kind of larger versions of the Arcane Guardians, but these guys are limited only to the Blood Elves. High Elves don't have it. They have 22 attack, 38 defense, and 12 hit points. They also inspire nearby troops, they scare enemy troops, and they have a special attack. I'm not sure what that would be, but yeah. Yeah, and the price is only 4K, so it's extremely good unit, especially for that price. Then we have the Dragonhawk Knights. Oh, I like these swords that the knights wield. I think I had that in World of Warcraft. So they're pretty good. Yeah, they're actually very good. 20 defense, 8 hit points, 13 attack, enemy penetration, and they're fast moving, right? They're flying units, so you can very quickly move across the map. That is extremely important. So they have a very large unit roster, so I had to put a few of the units in this AI army. So we have the Phoenix right here. And the Phoenix has really good stats, special attack, fast moving, but when I tried using the Phoenix, it was glitched. It wasn't able to use its missile attack, and its missile attack is its main attack. So they're very durable, but I think they don't work as intended. So you can really only rely on this 14 melee attack and 35 defense and 3 hit points. The missile attack doesn't seem to work. Hopefully one day it'll get fixed. Then we have the Hawk Talon bolt throwers, and you know, they're like they're okay. It's like a faster than usual ballista is what I would describe. Then we also have the Dragon Hawks, and they're extremely good. 14 attack, 18 missile attack, and I think this missile attack actually does work. 35 defense, 3 hit points, special attack, and they scare enemy troops. And they're fast moving because they are flying. And I think that is it. That is all for the Blood Elves roster. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you will try out the Blood Elves. I think even if you've played as the High Elves, the Blood Elf experience is different. You start off with fewer zones, you start off with slightly different units like the Blood Shades and the Blood Blades. So subscribe if you want to see more of these. I'll keep making the faction preview videos until I do all the factions, and I'll see you guys on the next one.